Okay, listen. Let me be real with you. I saw the signs, and to be honest, in that moment, I didn't really care. I mean, I was happy. I was having a good time. And I feel like by the time I realized, it was like trying to stop a train. Impossible. That's what it felt like. The one thing that made it so easy to get to this point is that I was so good at concealing it. I knew the best clothes to choose just to hide. And when I look at it now, that was a mistake, because just when I got to the moment where I felt the need to conceal anything about me is when I should have known that I needed to make a change. But I didn't. It took one day, just one incident, and I knew I had to do something different. I had to do something about it. It is important to me that I share with you as honestly as possible how to help you lose weight and get to your body goals. But it's also important that you seek medical assistance, because I'm in no way qualified to be giving you any suggestions on what to do with your body and how to do it. However, the things I'm sharing in this video are simply things that work for me, things that I desperately needed to work, and some did, some did not. Out of all this, I sincerely hope that you know and remember, wherever you are in your journey, you are beautiful. It's so sad that at some point in my journey of weight loss, I forgot that. I forgot to embrace and to love myself regardless of the phase I was at. And right now, I'm still on a weight loss journey, and I'm filming this to reach out to anyone who could have ever found them in a place like I found myself, that it's okay, it's fine. That is life. It has its ups and downs. Sometimes we let go of ourselves, but the good thing is you're here and you're looking to make a change. Just to give you a bit of background, I started gaining weight mid-2019 to early 2020. It was because of a spark, I guess. Like I said, it was happy weight. And I think all the ladies out there know what I'm talking about. It was happy weight. I enjoyed every single moment of gaining that weight. And what made me realize was that I got a booking for one of the biggest conferences I would have at that time ever had the privilege to speak at. Being a professional speaker, this was my biggest moment in my career. And so it was only fitting that I go and buy a new suit for the occasion. So I went for shopping to look out for a new suit. I got in there and I snatched a size 28. In my mind, I was like, wait a minute. I even laughed at myself and said, come on, you've gained a few pounds. So take one size up, size 30. That's what I thought. That sure, I'd gained a few bit of pounds, but it can't be that much. So I grabbed a size 30. I walked to the changing room, and to my dismay, I couldn't fit into a size 30. This is the moment I started consoling myself and saying, it can't be that bad. Maybe you're just a few centimeters out into size 32, the next size. And the size 30 couldn't even go past here. So I put my head out of the changing room and chat to this really lovely looking lady who was in control of the changing room and said, hi, I want to buy this yellow suit. Can you please get me a size 32? She looks at me for a couple of minutes and she smiles and says, just 1 minute. She goes to get the suit. To my surprise, she walks in with 4 more suits, size 32, size 34, size 36, and a size 40. My heart sank. And she's like, no, don't worry, it's not for you. But just in case you might not fit a size 32, I just brought some because it's quite busy in the changing room and I won't be able to go back and get another size for you. Understandable. I tried on a size 34 and quickly realized that this lady was using her experience over years of being able to tell size with her eyes, and she'd quickly gauged me and knew what size I was, but allowed me that moment to gradually walk myself to reality. I'll never forget that day. It was hard. I couldn't fit into a size 34. By the time I got out to get a size bigger, she was at the door holding a size 40, and she's like, "It's okay, just try this and see how it fits." I was already so down, I didn't care really. I took the size 40 and I tried it on. It was the perfect fit. I'll put the picture right here for you guys to see. I looked so good in that suit. It fit perfectly. It wasn't too tight. It wasn't too big. And I just remember standing in that changing room fighting tears. I must have been in there for a good 25, 30 minutes because it hit me. This is bad. Of course, I realized that I'd gained a few pounds, but that much, that shocked me. That was painful. And it was like this lady in this changing room was sent from God. She's like, "Take as long as you want." Because I couldn't for the life of me get myself to get up and go pay for this suit, a size 40. So that's when I had my big aha moment to say, I'm not happy with where I'm at. I am in no way against anybody who is a size 40 or beyond. People have different preferences. For my preference, I was not happy. So please don't take this in the wrong way or think that I am saying one size is good and one size is bad. But for my height and my BMI, I had gone past the place where I could call myself healthy, and I needed to make a change. Also considering that I used to be a model. So just that, I decided to start putting in the work for the past 7 months. 2 of those months, I wasn't really serious. I was on and off. I really became consistent these past 5 months because I was really starting to get into the groove of things, and my energy and endurance were really improving. In order to achieve my goal weight, I devised a plan that included a few things. The first thing I started doing that I knew how to since high school was to run. So I got myself some running shoes when I hit the road. At first, I couldn't run 100 meters nonstop. It was that bad. And so for the first week, I could only tackle 1 kilometer. And as time went on, my pace and my endurance improved. By week 2, I could do maybe 1.5 Ks. By the end of the month, I could confidently finish 3 kilometers. And I felt really good about myself. And seeing that improvement really motivated me to go on. Running is definitely one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself just to get to building endurance and to losing weight, because it works the entire body. The second thing I did was get myself an accountability partner. I could only do so much by myself, and the point I was at, I knew I needed help. Lucky for me, my accountability partner ended up being my next door neighbor, and he pushed me beyond my limits. We kept at it for at least 3 months consistently, running every single morning. Sometimes on a Sunday, if I felt up to it, I would even go and do 10 kilometers. It was difficult, but I needed it. And getting an accountability partner really helped me stay the course. So get yourself an accountability partner. The third thing I did was mix it up. Keep it simple, but mix it up. Once I was really good at running, I knew I needed to do more. And so I decided to start adding in workouts to my routine. I got the Insanity Max 30 program by Shanti, and for 30 days we just did that. It was such an amazing program. We moved on to doing skipping rope challenge, where we did 1,000 every single day for about a month. For the past 7 months, it's really been a mix of running, this workout challenge, whatever I could get my hands on. If I saw an interesting challenge on Instagram or Facebook, I would incorporate it into my training routine. The fourth thing I did was improve my diet. At first, I tried so many different diets out there on the market. You name it, I did it. Some worked very well, but I realized I would sometimes maybe gain the weight back. Some worked super well. I kept the weight off from that particular diet until now. I will go more into detail about the kind of diets that I tried in other videos to follow, just so I can keep this one short and brief and just give you guys the bullet points. In the end, I just decided to follow a balanced, healthy diet, incorporating every single food group, carbohydrates, protein, you name it. I just decided to go balanced, and that has been more sustainable for me. I enjoy the way I eat now. I have improved my relationship with food, and I am sincerely enjoying my weight loss journey now because I don't have to force down a piece of broccoli down my throat. I eat things I love that are healthy. The next thing I did might be a huge deal breaker for a lot of people, but I had to reduce my alcohol intake. This was definitely a really hard one at first. I reduced my calorie intake until I quit alcohol altogether because it just wasn't helping. I was trying to only take a certain number of calories per day and realizing that just one glass of a cider or wine would take up half the amount of calories that I needed to have that day. It just felt useless to me, like I was throwing out into the drain all my efforts. And so in the spirit of everything liquid, I cut out alcohol, I cut out fizzy drinks, sodas, and anything sweet. I still struggle with soda, cutting it out completely. Once in a while, I do have my soda because I love it. But it is something that I'm looking into trying to reduce. Going forward with my weight loss journey, one of the things I did that was really helpful was increasing my water intake. Every single day, I made sure I had at least 2 liters of water. And I've done a video before about 7 habits that changed my life. And in that video, I even explained how I choose to drink my water and suggest a few things that you can do, and I'll place a video right here for you guys to check out. This next tip is a big one, and I've seen that a lot of people who are on their weight loss journey really struggle with this, but I stopped having an emotional relationship with my scale. Every single morning, I have no idea why, I would jump onto the scale just to see how much I lost. It became so addictive that it was now at a point where it was harmful towards my own emotional well-being and health. It was the most depressing routine ever. Try not to have an emotional relationship with your scale. I ended up asking my housemate to hide my scale so that I wouldn't look at it. That interaction between you and your scale that happens daily, it's not good for you. It's better to actually judge your weight loss through your dress sizes. Out of all these things that I did, I would say one of the most powerful one was meal prep. That was a game changer for me. It helped me to always make sure that I had a healthy meal to grab in my fridge anytime that I got hungry. I practiced intuitive eating. I didn't have a schedule of I have to eat breakfast at this time, I have to eat lunch at this time. I only ate when I felt hungry and when I wanted to eat. When I felt that I was now full, I would stop eating. I wouldn't force myself to finish the portion. Sometimes you're not even hungry, you're just thirsty. So try to drink a glass of water the next time you feel hungry. You'd realize that your mouth is just bored and wants to chew on something because it's a habit. So to summarize, the things that I did to help me with my weight loss journey were to start running every single day until I got to a place where I was comfortable running 5Ks every single morning. I took part in any challenges that I would see online, like the jump rope challenge, the abs challenge, whatever it was that I could do. I got an accountability partner, someone who was there to help me stay accountable, do my workouts, and to just motivate each other back and forth so that we could get to our goal. Drank enough water, made sure I drank at least 2 liters every single day. Meal prepped because having good healthy meals readily available will change your life. I tried so many different diets, but in the end, I decided to just stick to a healthy diet and eat from a balanced selection of foods. I reduced my alcohol intake and eventually stopped drinking alcohol completely. And lastly, I stopped having an emotional relationship with my scale. The number on the scale does not matter, and quite honestly, most of the times it's not correct. I managed to lose 20 kgs to date. I am 71 kgs now, and I'm super proud of myself. My weight loss journey has not been the simplest. It has not been the hardest either. It is because I was super dedicated, and I'm still committed to realizing my goals that I know that in the next few months, I will have reached my goal weight. So these are the things that I did that helped me lose weight. I hope you find a few things valuable that can help you. And in the next couple of weeks going forward with this channel, I will be sharing with you guys some of those experiences in detail of every single one of those things that I did. I'm so excited about your journey, and I am truly, truly curious to know. Please share your story with me. Let's create a community where we can help each other, share tips and grow and just become fitter and healthier together. Cheers.